result. I think we're locked into the 5 seed. So play against Oregon, number 12, 5 in Vegas on Wednesday. But Coach, if you want to open up.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I'm disappointed with the outcome of the game. I hate to have a game like that on senior day because it should be a joyous day where we can celebrate these incredible women, which we still did and still do because they are that remarkable. But yeah, definitely disappointed with the outcome, but very proud of our team for composure and again, happy to be able to celebrate these incredible women on our team.
JR, I know that these games with Washington State are always kind of like this, but what did you see kind of happen those last 3 minutes to where they just kind of ran away with it there in the last few minutes?
Yeah, I thought they got some really clean looks from 3 in our man and our zone. And I think we had some costly turnovers probably down the stretch. And maybe just not as organized as we needs to be. That's my fault. So yeah, the combination of those things, on both sides of the floor, I think led to us not scoring and not getting stops.
And what did you kind of see there in that fourth quarter where Washington State, they just never went away. Every time you guys made it, not even just the fourth, but throughout the game, every time you guys made a run, they're coming right back. What makes them so difficult to beat?
I think they just have a lot of good players. They were just really hot from 3 in the fourth quarter. So even though we were playing good defense and giving a lot of effort, they were just knocking down their shots. So,
Jalen, what are your emotions right now? Let's try to celebrate a senior day, but like Coach says, it's difficult when the result is like that.
I think just don't really know what the NCAA tournament is gonna hold or if we'll be back here, but you never want to end like that. But just take it all into perspective, and we got more games to play and more to prove, and this game sucks now, but we achieve our goals in the future, then, it's just another part of the journey. So that's just kind of how I'm looking at it right now.
The way you played and kind of ditching the mask, early in this game, and just your aggressiveness throughout, even without the mask on. I mean, you were clearly determined to try to get a win today. First off, talk about why you ditched the mask, and were you concerned about that at all?
No. I know Chris came up to me and was like, if you get hit again, it'll hurt worse. But I was like, it is what it is, man. And it was just, I guess, uncomfortability. And I practiced with it yesterday, but I got an actual mask that's gonna customize to fit my face coming. So I think that would be a little bit better. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it was really doing much. But yeah. What was the second part? I'm sorry.
I mean, your aggressiveness. Clearly, you wanted to win this game very badly.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I want to win every game. And I don't feel like TK talked to me and was like, "You got to be more aggressive. We need you to be more aggressive." So I just kind of, got back to that today.
JR, I know that you've talked a little bit during the season about keeping the emotional part of this until the end of it. That's not over yet, but Jalen started her 128th game today. It's a new record. Can you talk about just her journey with you and what she's meant building this program over the last 5 years?
Do you want me to keep crying? Yeah, Jay, I feel like Jalen and I have really grown up together in some ways. As she mentioned, she came here as a 17-year-old kid, and we threw her into the fire very quickly at a young age. And she wasn't basketball-wise ready for what we were doing, throwing her in the fire, but she was always mentally ready, always so fearless and so tough. And I'll never forget, for as long as I coach, our first Pac-12 game at Oregon, Sabrina and all those guys, and we lost, I think, by 56 points. And the commentator put a microphone in front of her face right after the game and said, well, welcome to the Pac-12. What do you think? And the first words out of her mouth, were, well, they still have to come through Boulder. And, of course, they were, significantly better than us at that time. But just the fearlessness in that statement, is in her DNA. And we've just been through a lot together, and lots of wins and lots of big moments and lots of key moments and lots of developing and lots of, long talks and hard talks and challenging each other to be great. And it's like, these guys are all like my daughters, and I've been with Jalen the longest, so she's like my oldest kid, I guess. Definitely, like I said, proud to honor them, and, won't really be sad until season's over, but just disappointed we couldn't get the win for them on senior day.
Does it make it sting a little bit more, not only to lose on senior day, but that host status is kind of hanging?
Yeah, it's devastating. Yeah, I mean, we still control it. We can still, go handle business, make a good run, and, one game at a time, do really well in Vegas, and that's our plan, and that's our intention. That'll be our sole focus. But yeah, that's devastating.
Just sort of, I guess follow-up to that for Jalen. I mean, maybe this is a better question for early next week, but 1-5 down the stretch. I mean, is there still time for you guys to regroup and get the mojo back?
Yeah, I mean, we all know what's on the line, and like JR said, none of our goals are not attainable at this point. Nobody's looking at it as if we can't do it, so I don't think that's the case. I mean, tonight was just tough. I thought we played really well. They just hit shots down the stretch, like Nettie said. But, and with us talking about the things that we've been talking about past weeks, like, I don't think today's game, it was totally different from Utah and Oregon State, like when we just weren't executing and stuff like that. So I don't think that's a team gets hot in 3 minutes. It's really nothing you can do about that. We got hot in the first half, and so that's just how basketball goes. So I'm not really hanging hats on this game, but in Vegas, I know we all feel the, I guess, crunch time of it, and we all know that this team can be really special, so that's still on the table. Nobody here is writing us off, so we just got to go out there and handle business.
Anything else, players, coaches?
I real quick. These seniors, what have they meant to you? I know as you came here from Arizona, several of them probably put their arm around you a little bit, and what did this group, especially like Jalen and Quay, girls like that, mean to you?
They're just a really special group of girls. They've all just been like big sisters to me since I've gotten here. Just like watching their videos that were just playing out there, I just kept thinking like I'll probably never get to play with another teammate like each and every one of them. They just all have something special about them that they bring to our team. So they definitely will be missed, and I'm just grateful that I got to build those relationships with them.
I've got one more for any of the three of you. You guys were really good in close games all throughout the year, and then on this kind of rough stretch, the Utah buzzer beater happens, USC and UCLA kind of slip away in a big run today. Is that kind of, do you see that being kind of a little bit of a mental thing that you guys are going to have to get over as these games get tight in the last couple of minutes?
I don't know. I mean, I just think we'll have to be really intentional about making sure that, we're playing to win a game, not playing, not to lose, people say. But, just making sure we're focusing on the things in our control, execution, pace, defensive assignments, finishing plays, things like that. Make it more strategic than emotional.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.